Manifest literally anything you want. I'm going to dive into the one thing that you are likely missing when it comes to doing the manifestation work for your desires that most people don't really understand. There's this gap in what they're doing and how they come to understand manifestation that is literally backed by science. And this is where we connect the dots of your manifestation. This is where we close the gap of the person that you are right now who does not have the thing you desire, and the person, the future version of you who does have the thing that you desire. We're going to look at how you actually close this gap very, very quickly, and you can apply this literally today in your daily activities. So, for most people who are focused on manifesting, they are very focused on writing the things that they want, creating vision boards, having visualization techniques that they're doing, and doing affirmations, all of that great stuff, saying they believe that their manifestation is going to come true. But there is one thing that is missing for a lot of people, especially when I have new clients that come into my body of work where they're trying to manifest. They've heard of manifestation, they know that it's possible and a real thing, but they're lacking, like, it feels like they can't connect the dots of it all. And the biggest thing that we work on when we start to do manifesting and shifting our reality is we take a look at your nervous system and your body. So I teach 4 different things that all work together to create our energy body. Our energy body, if you're familiar with quantum physics and manifestation, you know that our energy body is a certain frequency that is attracting in other things that vibrate at the same frequency, right? Like attracts like. So we want our energetic field to be an energetic match for the manifestations that we desire. That's a basic understanding of manifestation. But most people, even though they know this, they don't know how to change their energy field. How do I shift my frequency? Well, then that's when they dive into, let me do affirmations, let me do visualization, let me do these rituals. And yeah, that's all great and can be helpful. But the big thing that you want to look at is your actual body and your nervous system, because your body and your nervous system they are actually creating the chemical reactions within our physical body that have frequency to them. Chemical reactions in the body are the emotions, the feelings that we get throughout our day to day. I noticed this the other day with someone that I was talking with, that um, they got triggered by something, by an individual, in the, like, just something had happened. They got triggered by this person that didn't even, this person literally just stood there, didn't even say anything, but they got triggered by them. And all of a sudden they're starting to go off about this person and what was their intention behind what they were doing. And this person was starting to get angry about this other person that triggered them. And this is literally a chemical response that's happening within this person's body. And I thought about it after the whole thing, because this person was wanting me to engage in the conversation. It was like this person wanted me to feel the emotions and get angry with them, and they like fed off that anger. And we stopped talking about it, and then like 5 minutes later they brought it up again, and they were just like getting all like, I could tell their emotions and feelings were shifting. But what we want to understand is that this is almost like a homeostasis for the body. This is when you think about someone's body being addicted to caffeine because of the chemical response that happens within their body. When they don't have that caffeine, their body goes insane. They start to find different ways, like how can I get this kick? How can I get caffeine in my system if for some reason maybe they ran out of coffee that day, and they're like, their body starts taking over and saying, oh my gosh, like we need to go to Starbucks and we need to make time to go do that, or whatever it may be. Their body starts taking control and saying, I need this fix because I'm calibrated and I need this chemical reaction that it creates within my system. The same goes for emotions, and for the example that I gave about this person getting so worked up about something, that this other person that triggered them, they didn't even say anything. Like nothing happened. They just stood there and gave him a look that he interpreted a certain way, and this was his body's way of getting a fix, getting angry, getting worked up about a situation. We all have these same triggers where maybe it's not about a person that triggers you. Maybe it's when you're in traffic. All of a sudden, your body's getting angry about something, and all of a sudden, it's getting its fix. It's getting that chemical reaction that it is used to. We need to become aware of that because this is creating our energetic frequency. This is a frequency that could potentially be blocking the manifestations that you desire. And when you understand that aspect of it, you can start fixing that, but you can also start creating new chemical reactions within your body that will attract the manifestations. So, the way that I teach this to my clients is we use day-to-day triggers as opportunities to recalibrate the nervous system, recalibrate the chemical reactions that are happening within the body. But we have to actually catch them when they're happening, and you will be hit with resistance when you start initially doing this because your body, it's addicted to that chemical response, and you have to break the addiction. And when you start creating these new chemical reactions, it's going to feel resistance because it's going to want to do what it's used to. And what you want to understand is that these chemical reactions that happen within the body, they they are stemming from the beliefs, the conditional beliefs that you subconsciously hold. So in doing this, you're automatically breaking subconscious conditional beliefs that you have about your reality, that you have about your identity, about other people. And this is knowing this, it's like two different sides of the work. You want to understand that whole process to break the old beliefs, to break the beliefs that are blocking the things that you want. But also on the flip side of it, this is how you reprogram to new beliefs so that your desires, the manifestations that you desire, you start reprogramming your beliefs, which reprograms your body and your nervous system, which then shifts your energetic field to match the desires that you want. So you have to start doing the work on both sides. And that is how you will start to manifest things very, very quickly, and how you will start to manifest basically anything that you desire when you know how to work with the machine. This is literally the science of your mind. Sorry, baby. It's the science of your mind and body, how it creates your physical reality. Once you understand those components, you can rewire, reprogram any way you want. This information is power. This knowledge is power because it is literally the blueprint to manifesting and understanding where you're blocking it. I'm really good at working with a client and they're talking with me about the thing that they want, but why they can't have it. I'm really good at recognizing, oh, we need to work with your nervous system. Your nervous system is the thing that's like really blocking this desire right now. Or we need to we need to understand the belief that you're holding right now. And I can see it when someone says something, if it has a limiting belief in it, once we can reveal these information, or maybe it's about interrupting the thought pattern. So I teach this framework as a feedback loop, and there's different components to the feedback loop that help us break these help us break the old beliefs and also help us recreate the new ones. So once you have the feedback loop, you can identify which part of the feedback loop to start with, to start breaking that or reprogramming it. Once you know that and understand that, you have the liberation to create any life that you want. You have the liberation to manifest anything that you want. So understand that for most people, this has a lot to do with breaking and interrupting the chemical reactions that are happening within your body. Those are always going to be really hard to overcome in the beginning because you're consciously trying to go against what your physical body um has programmed itself to. And that's why, like, we can compare it to addiction, because yeah, like, it's all simple to say, if you're addicted to something, it's simple to say just stop, just don't do it. But obviously the body has created this relationship with the chemical reactions that happen when you but when you cave into your addiction. It's the same concept. So we want to actually break those chemical reactions so that your body's no longer in control of you, where you're fighting an uphill battle. You just start creating new chemical reactions that are in alignment with the new identity and the desires that you're wanting to create in your life. It's that simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it really is that simple. Once you understand it, it's like a blueprint to reality, to creating reality. So if you want to learn more about that, I have a free training, and it's called the Identity Recalibration. And it walks you through each step of the blueprint so you can apply it in your life anytime you're trying to reprogram an old belief and you're wanting to create a new belief and rewire your system to match the desires that you have for your life. So I highly recommend downloading that. And if you're looking for deeper support, I have a couple of different ways to work with me. One of those being my self paced 6-week program. This dives deeper into what I just taught you and will help you shift your reality so fast, because you'll be able to start putting this into practice in your day to day life. That's why my clients' realities shift so quickly, is because we're using day to day situations to reprogram and retrain. And then the other option is joining my 6-month container called Back to You. And this is where we're doing the work together. You are getting more guidance from me. You're getting additional support from the other women inside there who are also doing energy work to shift their life and do inner work, retrain themselves. So if you want to be around people who are also talking about that and doing this work, then I highly recommend that container. So those are some different options, but if there's a specific topic that you want me to talk about in my next video as it pertains to energetics, nervous system, subconscious work, let me know in the comments, and also be sure to like and subscribe.